it should be the case that the psychotherapy should be anchored to the science of human psychology, at least at some level. You know, the science of human psychology should give us a descriptive framework, okay, with causal explanatory networks that at least frame the issue from that perspective, just like I would argue the science of human biology essentially frames and grounds medicine, okay? But what I realized when I actually, as a scientist, went back after being now a psychotherapist and asked for a human psychological level organization, from what you need when you don't need studies, you need cumulative networks that can capture the whole with a degree of coherence. Okay, that's what the science should be able to provide. And that what I realized, that actually the science of psychology itself is fundamentally incoherent. Okay, and we know this, actually. The field as history knows this. But the dream of the unified theory and its vision is that actually it doesn't have to be incoherent. Okay, there actually is a way to see the world scientifically from physics and chemistry and biology and our understanding of the evolution of complexity, starting with the Big Bang, that allows us to frame that big picture that specifies the domains of interest from a scientific view that are that allows us to be clear about the science of what psychology is, really from an ontological perspective, meaning like we can now reference, at least my argument for my system is we can reference the real mental. Okay, we can now specify scientifically what the mental is, and then go from the animal mental into the human mental behavior. Okay, and it's human mental behavior that is the framing that then can be provided scientifically. That's up to the task for us as a psychological doctor to then enter into the room and have a scientific frame that pulls the key insights together, that allows me to watch the patterning of the person in front of me, the behavioral patterning. Okay, they're nodding in a particular way, their eyes move in a particular way, they justify their actions in a particular way. That's what I have access to for a psychological doctor. And I can then say your psyche, let's say if you're the patient's psyche is their first person experience of being, okay? That's unique and idiographic. And the unified theory says, actually, there's a way to build a conceptual map that's up to the task from the science perspective, that does both justice to and effectively holds the idiographic psyche, okay? And if we actually have, for the first time, a framing that is up to the task, then we could actually bridge the process of psychotherapy in the real, with a real subject, and the scientific nomethetic principles of general cause, and place them in relation so that they actually complement each other, rather than having the science practice split.